Yes, 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 indeed. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay. I am back once again on this Tuesday night. I know you're probably used to watching Sports Talking with JB at this particular time, but you are, let me correct you guys, you are watching Sports Talking with JB, but this is a special. This is Senior Bowl week. And as promised, I'm here to give you a Senior Bowl practice day one recap show tonight. And thank you guys for joining. I am feeling it a little better than I felt last night. Still haven't got my voice back all the way, but I'm here to rock and roll and give you guys the best that I got. So, with all that being said, please hit the like button if you're watching the show live. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and hit the like. It still counts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Most of you probably have watched this before, so I'm sure you have subscribed. But if not, please do so. And share this to your people. We're talking 2026 Panini Senior Bowl practice down here in Mobile, Alabama. Been down here since yesterday. Today it was great. It was pretty good. It was cold, so it was really cold out there. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Thank you. What's up with you, TJ? What's going on? Sacramento, what's going on with you? So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the insights, right? The insights. Shouts out to my guy DCal. What's up with you, bro? Appreciate you. On what went down today. But before we do all that, let's get to the sponsors. So, as you guys know, we are sponsored by Jet Ingram Mercedes-Benz. If you're in the market for a new Benz or any pre-owned vehicle, you can go check them out, 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Or you can go check out the website at jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. Got to give a special shout out to the sponsor like we do each and every week, each and every show. Now, on this particular episode, like I mentioned, we're going to talk about the Panini Senior Bowl. That's going down this Saturday, right? It's going down this Saturday at Hancock Whitney Stadium, 1:30 p.m. Central Time. That's kickoff time. You might want to get there early if you plan on attending. And it will be televised on the NFL Network. So the reason I'm here now and the reason I've been here since yesterday, the press conference was on Monday. I did a breakdown of that on last night's live show. I also did a mashup of the press conference. If you haven't watched it, you can go check it out on the network. It's like a 12-minute. I broke down everybody speaking and, kind of put it into like 12 minutes because, hey, it was an hour and a half press conference. So I had to break it down just to put it on here for some content. So if you can check that out if you haven't watched it. But today we had the first day of practice. Tomorrow will be second day of practice and media day. So tomorrow is a big day. And Thursday will be another practice. I won't do a show on Thursday or Friday. And then we'll be back here on Saturday for the game. So with all that being said, that's what we got going on. So I appreciate y'all in the chat. I see y'all in the chat right now. Got a question right here. During media day, can you ask the players what teams that they met with? Yes, I will ask some players what teams that's actually some of my questions I have in the notes. So media day, like I say, is tomorrow morning, and we'll be able to be in the ballroom with these players and ask them questions. And yes, I will ask them some questions and try to get some information for you guys to see what teams have these players have talked to. Now, this week is very important it's like the tagline says, the draft starts in Mobile. The draft starts right here, right now. So this whole week, you have to take advantage. And I was sitting here thinking about it, and I was actually watching on the field, like before they actually get into the practice, you can see the interaction with the coaches, and you will see like the position coaches. They all come from different NFL teams. The whole staff is made up of different NFL teams. So looking at how they interact with the players, you already know how that's going to go all week. You're going to try to get close to a coach and say, hey, coach, if my name is on the board when such and such come up, pick, holla at your boy. You know how that goes, right? So you gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful when these players are meeting with these coaches and whatnot, So it's gonna be a great week right here, I expect. What's up with you, Nick Beasley? So I'm going to talk about that. First day today is not really trying to see what the teams were looking like, but what players stood out. I got me a list of some standout guys for sure. And I appreciate y'all got any questions, y'all put them in here. I'm definitely going to answer y'all questions. Yeah, it's a few players that's set my radar off. I actually put a tweet out about it. I'm going to talk about that, and as well as give y'all a little breakdown. So what I'm going to do first of all, before I give y'all my standouts, I'm going to do the breakdown. Like, we're going to break down the practice, and I got my notes. But before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all check this out because we got to pay bills. I forgot to do it last night, so y'all check this out.
Sports Talking with JB is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, since 1959 serving the greater Montgomery area, from C-classes to GLEs, and everything in between. Visit them at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Come test drive a new Benz today. At Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, it's time to love what you drive.
All right, had to put that little commercial in here. So when I tell y'all I got notes, I got my small notepad, I got my big notepad, and I got a roster list right here. So they gave us this roster list as we entered the stadium, updated. They got them in alphabetical and in numerical order. So I like the numerical order because you can easily look at somebody's number, find it on the sheet, and see who it is. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to go off my notes. So the first team that came out to practice this morning, not this morning, but this afternoon, was the national team. Now, headline the national team, you got Diego Pavia, right? Your quarterbacks. You got Diego Pavia, you got Sawyer Robertson from Baylor, and then you got Cole Payton from North Dakota State. Those are the three quarterbacks for this team. But everybody wants to know how Diego Pavia looked. So to me, no quarterback really stood out, but no quarterback looked bad, right? All three of the quarterbacks look pretty decent to me. Diego Pavia, I will say, what I saw from him, he can make all the throws, right? And let me go back from last night. I had somebody in my comment section say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Diego Pavia is not 5'9". He's 5'9" and 7/8. Well, 5'10" if you round it up. Either way, he's still short for a NFL quarterback, But give him 5'9", 7'8". Either way, he's going to come out under the prototypical quarterback scale. But I will say, he did look comfortable in the pocket. He made a couple great throws that I saw. I actually noted one down. He made a spectacular throw down the sideline to a wide receiver, Josh Cameron from Baylor, number 34, right up the seams on the sideline. Great catch, great throw. I seen him make a couple of those throws up the sideline, pinpoint accuracy. So I think Diego Pavia, I want to see him do more. The scouts want to see how he works in the pocket. Can he get the ball off, and can he get it off accurately and cleanly? And, because when it comes to shorter quarterbacks, they want to see if you can see over the line and if you don't get your balls batted down by the D-line. Because, as you can see, some quarterbacks, they get the balls batted down too much. That's not good. So the scouts are definitely going to be keying in on Diego Pavia for that. Cole Payton, the kid from North Dakota State, He's a lefty. He made some good throws too. He's more of a dual threat. Like I know Diego probably can run too, but Cole Payton, I believe he had like 1,000 yards. I actually got some numbers on Cole Payton right here. If I can pull them up. I did some research on some of these guys. I got a bunch of them. Let me see if I can pull up Cole Payton right now. Okay, so he's 6'3", 230 pounds. Played his whole collegiate career at North Dakota State. He only started one season though, and he had 2,700 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 777 rushing yards, and 13 touchdowns. But he threw the ball 72% completion, right? And of course, that's like an FCS team. But he looks like he can possibly fit in, right? I want to see more. That's just a small sample size of what I saw today. Now, Sawyer Robertson, he looks the part, right? He's great size. He can throw the ball with the best of them. He threw the ball a lot at Baylor, like I mentioned on last night's show, and he was out there throwing it, right? I want to see what he can do when it comes down to like the scrimmage and stuff like that. He can make all the throws. I want to see what he can do with pressure coming to him, right? So they did scrimmage a little bit today, but not much. First day they didn't do too much. They didn't go too hard today. So I want to see what happens when they do a live hard scrimmage with him. So good comment by Conley Smoot. Shouts out to Conley Smoot in the chat. Pavi is a gamer with that Baker. Yeah, he does have that edge for sure. He has it. And that could be a good comp for him, though. Baker Mayfield could be a good comp. I want to see. I think the scouts want to see more what he can do in the pocket. They know what he can do outside the pocket with his legs and throwing on the run. It's more of what can you do sitting in the pocket, And from what I saw today, he looked pretty damn good doing it. But as a group, I say the D-line group stood out from the jump, out the gate. Just watching them in drills and whatnot, it's some dogs on that D-line group. It was two guys in particular that I put the tweet out about. Lee Hunter, number 10. Well, he was number 10 today, but he played at Texas Tech this past season, played at Auburn in 2021. Then he transferred to UCF. Then he played at Texas Tech this past season. First team All-American, first team All Big 12. He's a Mobile kid, Mobile native. And I tweeted that Lee Hunter and TJ Parker, edge rusher from Clemson, are the first round draft picks. So if they become first round picks, which I truly believe, both of those guys, Lee Hunter, TJ Parker, will be first round picks in this upcoming draft. Say you heard it here first. I know a lot of people probably already got them on the mock draft as first round picks. So this is nothing new. They just came out here to establish their first round grade. Now, TJ Parker, from what the executive director told us at the press conference yesterday, he was one of the kids who was already had a first round grade. But he said when he got the call for Senior Bowl, he was excited because he said, I didn't have a good season. He admitted he did not have a good season this past year at Clemson. So he wanted to come out here and show that he's still that dude. He's still first round caliber, and he's still an NFL edge. And boy, did he show it today. TJ Parker, you can just go look on Twitter. It's clips of him on Twitter all day long. He was getting at it, So I expect Parker and Hunter to go first round. Who else from that group? Somebody else stood out from that group. Oh, my guy, Nadeem Tucker, I think Nadeem, that's how you say his name. Western Michigan, edge rusher. Now, he's a dog, right? I called him a stud on my tweet, but he's a dog for sure. I like what I saw from the kid. He was out there with a lot of energy. He was getting to the backfield. He was making plays. And I just like what I saw when I watched the drills. When they first come out and they warm up and they start doing the little drills, he was coming off explosive. and it translated when they went to the live scrimmage, live plays or whatnot they were doing, and the one-on-ones. Nadeem Hunter, remember that name, Western Michigan kid. So he's somebody I want to talk to as well. I'm gonna try to reach out to him tomorrow. Wide receivers from Texas Tech, Caleb Douglas. Texas Tech got a lot of players out there, and Caleb Douglas was top notch today. He was top notch. He's quick, he can catch the ball. He can do it all at the receiver position. And Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker, he's one of the ones that I say, man, if he gets on the right team, on the right squad, you got a player right there. You got a game player right there. But this kid right here, I want to talk about for a second. I want to talk about Tyron Montgomery, wide receiver from John Carroll. That's a Division III school, John Carroll University. Now, Tyron Montgomery, he told us that he started playing football his junior year. So he only played 2 years of football. And he got the call to come to the Senior Bowl. And boy, did he show out. He made a spectacular catch today. He ran really, really good routes. He was just doing it all day long, right? And everybody wanted to talk to him because they was like, this kid just got added on probably a few days ago, and he's here showing out. He's showing out, So that was a kid that has a story behind him, and I want to get a more in-depth talk with him. But they're going to remember his name tomorrow, right? They're definitely going to remember Ty Montgomery tomorrow for sure. So let me put this up there. Let me go to the other screen. I forgot to put these measurements. So I don't know if you guys know this, but they have this zebra tracking thing that they do. And it tracks like speed and things of that nature. So this was like the running back speed leader. You can see they got a board on how fast these guys went. Adam Randall from Clemson, 19.01 miles per hour. So it just shows you, like, it charts them, right? So it's pretty cool. They've been doing this for a while. You can actually, like, scan the QR code or whatever, and then take you to it. It take you right to it. Let's see who else we got. TJ Parker, there you go. Defensive line speed, 17.41 miles an hour, right? So TJ Parker made him some money today, right? And I expect him to do the same thing tomorrow and so forth. Let's see what else we got on here. Ball metrics leader. So they track the ball metrics. See Cole Payton right there from North Dakota State. Longest air distance pass, 50 yards, right? Sawyer Robinson right there. Fastest initial airspeed, 73.9 miles an hour. That boy, he can sling it. Highest initial rotation. So they track all of this stuff. It's pretty cool. What I got right here. It's tight end linebacker speed. There go Jacob Rodriguez, fastest linebacker and tight end, right? So he's faster than the tight end and all the linebackers. See, speed at the linebacker position is key. You can move sideline to sideline. And Jake Rodriguez, he's batted some balls down, caught some interceptions. He can drop back into coverage, which a lot of linebackers can't do it at that level, at the highest level. He can do that. Scooby Williams from Texas A&M was another great one that stood out today. He was all over the field. So there you go. Old Connie Smoot, he uses a similar device. So, yep. It's so upgraded. Like, everything is upgraded now, Yeah, Lee Hunter, he's a Mobile native, played at UCF. You remember him, Jocelyn Thomas, because you covered UCF. Yeah, Lee Hunter's, I want to talk to Lee Hunter. He skedaddled out real quick today, so I'm going to try to catch him tomorrow for sure. And then that's hard to see, but that was overall speed. And Chris Johnson from San Diego State was the top in overall speed. That's hard to see right there. So small. But That's what they had going, man. That's exactly what we had going today. Let me get back to my other screen. And I want to talk about the American team. Now, the American team is the quarterbacks on the American team. You got Taylor Green from Arkansas. He's a big kid, 6'6". He stands out like a sore thumb. You know, you get the big quarterbacks, of course they're gonna stand out like that. But he had a great year. He had great, pretty much his career was like, I got notes on Taylor Green too. They're gonna look at how Taylor Green looks in the pocket. He's 6'6" from Arkansas. So he played at Boise State. Then he transferred to Arkansas. But he has outstanding career numbers, right? He's got like 9,662 passing yards, 50 downs. Then he has 2,403 yards rushing and 35 touchdowns. So those are solid career numbers, you know, for 4 years. But Taylor Green, he made a nice throw up the sideline to number 0, Malachi Fields. I put that in my notes. He made a couple great throws that I saw. The ball just comes out of his hand so effortless. It's kind of funny seeing him under center, though, because they did some plays under center. He has to get down really low because he's 6'6". But then when he bags up the throw, he stands so tall in the pocket, he can see everything. So he's a great, interesting prospect, right? Gary Nussmeier is another interesting prospect. He has all the tools. He probably should have been a first round pick last year, but injuries and things happen. He made some great throws today. Gary Nussmeier made some great throws. He probably made some of the best throws today. Number 7, wide receiver Ted Hurst. I'm going to talk about him too. He made an incredible catch in the end zone. One hand came down with the ball. I saw somebody on Twitter compare him to Randy Moss. But Gary Nussmeier threw that ball, and it was pinpoint accuracy. Only the receiver could catch it. And that's what you want to see. You know, that's what you want to see with, especially the quarterbacks like Nussmeier, who's played like 5 years of college. You want to see, can they make all those elite NFL throws? Because you have all the experience from college. You come into the pros, you're probably, 23, 24 years old. You better know how to make all the throws if we're going to spend a draft pick on you. And the other quarterback was Luke Altmaier from Illinois. And he made some good throws as well. Like I say, all the quarterbacks, they look good. No quarterback did garbage today. All of them look good, but nobody really stood all the way out to me, right? So I want to see maybe tomorrow somebody stands out. But for me right now, quarterbacks, there's no first-round quarterback here. No first-round quarterback is here, not from my eyes. But it's some good talent at this quarterback position. All these guys could get drafted. I just don't know where. I don't know if you use a first-round pick on these quarterbacks. But there remains to be seen because we still have tomorrow and Thursday, and we have the game on Saturday. So maybe somebody just goes crazy. Who knows? But for now, I don't see a first-round quarterback. Let's talk about the Bama guy. You know, a lot of people interested to see how the Bama guys were doing. Let me take a swig of water. And make sure you guys, if you're tuning in, if you just catching it, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this to your people. We're talking Senior Bowl Day 1 practice. And I'm in a hotel room, so it probably sounds a little crazy. I'm kind of getting over a little sinus, so I'll probably sound a little crazy, but I'm here doing what I got to do, feeding the people some information. Now, for the Bama guys, you got Tim Keenan, and shouts out to Tim Keenan, right? He looks like he's in great shape, probably in the best shape he's been since he got in college. Looked like he lost a little weight. He's quick. I saw him move quick today, but he still got some power. I saw him close up some running lanes, and he was in great spirits out there, man. He looked good, you know. So Tim Keenan is one of those guys who you can see getting drafted and being one of those players that can make an NFL roster and make an impact, right? Make an impact. I like Tim Kenyon a lot. LT Overton, he's another one, man. He looked fresh out there. He did great in the drills. It's a clip on the internet where he went up against the Auburn offensive lineman in the one-on-ones, and he pushed them back like 5 yards. They say the Auburn guy won because LT didn't get around him, but he pushed them back like 5 yards. So hey, it looked like both of them did good to me. But at the end of the day, LT Overton, he's gonna make him some money this week. I think he looks great so far, first day. And Josh Cuevas, he looked great out of all the tight ends to me. I'm not saying that because I'm a Bama fan. I'm saying it because I just like how Josh Cuevas carried himself today. He caught all the passes that I saw thrown his way. He even stretched out for one, dove for a pass. He caught it. And he was blocking as well. You know, he's blocking on the edge, you know, chipping, doing all the things a tight end can do. And Josh Cuevas looks healthy. And that was a problem with him at Bama this last year was health. But he looks good to go. And I'm glad he's out here doing what he has to do. And he's definitely going to be a draft pick. So I think all three Bama guys that were here today did great things. And I think all three of those guys will get drafted. I don't know what, maybe second, third round, maybe, but they will get drafted for sure. And I think Jam Miller pulled out late. All the other Bama guys pulled out late. So, I mean, we got three guys here, and they look good, and I'm going to be following them. Hope to get a word with them tomorrow as well because I got questions for the guys. Let's see. Any more standouts on the American team? Let me move on to the standouts for the whole day. I got my day one standouts right here. So, like I mentioned already, Lee Hunter, already Texas Tech D lineman, yes, definitely at the top. TJ Parker for sure, Clemson, defensive end. Derek Moore from Michigan, defensive end. He made one of the big one-on-one plays of the day where he just mauled the guy, like ran straight through him, like he wasn't nothing. Derek Moore is a big kid, man. And I think he really opened some eyes today. He really opened some eyes today. So we're going to pay close attention to Derek Moore from Michigan. Ty Montgomery. I mean, can't leave Ty Montgomery off, wide receiver from John Carroll, Division III. He looks the part. I mean, he looks like he belongs here. And for a kid that only played 2 years of football, you know, he mentioned that he has some basketball background, but he knows how to high point a ball. He has the speed, of course, to get by DB. So definitely going to be watching. Everybody's going to watch Tyron Montgomery tomorrow for sure. Ted Hurst is another one. Now, Ted Hurst, I got some background on him as well from Georgia State, 6'3", wide receiver. He was first team All Sun Belt, and he had 2 great seasons at Georgia State. 2024, 56 receptions, 961 yards, 9 touchdowns. 2025, 71 receptions, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. So you got a receiver that had damn near 2 1,000-yard receiving seasons in a row. Yeah, it was at Georgia State, but it's going to translate. If you're a wide receiver and you have the frame of an NFL wide receiver, if you can run, if you can catch, if you can, you know, do all the intangibles, you can play at the next level, no matter what school you come from. So this is a kid, Ted Hurst, to look out for. You know, remember that name. Keelan Rutledge, offensive lineman from Georgia Tech. Everybody was talking about him. Everybody was talking about he was holding his own on all the battles. Nobody could get around him. He was doing it, like dominating the offensive line drills. Keelan Rutledge, and he's one of the guys who can move around. You can move him around because of that offense that Georgia Tech ran, you know, as far as Haynes King running the ball so much. So, and they say your offensive line, you got to run behind your offensive line. Your offensive lineman has to be able to move. You know, they got to be able to peel out. So Keelan Rutledge, man, I think he's one of the best offensive linemen here. So be prepared to listen for his name to get called on draft day. And Colton Hood, defensive back from Tennessee. Now, I forgot to mention him earlier, but he looked great today. And he held his own, right? He held his own. He made some good pass breakups today. And I think he's a really solid player who will get drafted and could play day one, right? He could play day one. And I didn't talk a lot about DBs, but there was a lot of DBs out there. I'm going to pay more attention to the DBs tomorrow because the DBs and wide receivers, it's kind of tight, right? You got a few wide receivers that stand out. You got a few DBs that stand out. So it's kind of a test, like when they match up with each other on the one-on-ones, it's a good test to see that. What's up with you, Tiff? I got a question from Tiff in the chat. How does one get an invite to the bowl? What kind of stats they look for? So that's a great question. I have no idea. Now, what I heard, a lot of people get the invites and some of them turn it down. Like we had a lot of the Indiana and Miami players who got invites, they bagged out. You know, they accepted it, but then we went to the championship game. We just played like a week ago. So, nah, y'all let y'all have that. Thanks, but no thanks. I also heard like Ty Simpson was going to get an invite, or he had an invite, but of course he had to crack ribs. So, hey, I can't do nothing with that. So a lot plays in the part. They're going to call, they have like a top 300, right? They have a top 300 Senior Bowl board. You probably got like maybe 130 here. So out of that 300, 130 is going to be here, you know? So a lot of the players get the call. Some of them turn it down, but for the most part, they're gonna get that invite. The smaller school guys, they may be the last ones to get the call, but it's a blessing to be here. I know it's a lot like the Shrine Bowl and all the other bowls they have, but the Senior Bowl is the best of the best, right? It's like the granddad of them all. Everybody at Senior Bowl, they want to know what's going on at the Senior Bowl. No disrespect to all the other ones, but the Senior Bowl is legit. It's like that. And the draft starts here in Mobile. So with all that, man, make sure y'all follow me. Follow me on IG right there. I'll be posting a lot on IG. I'm gonna give y'all some more content on the YouTube channel as well. I plan to get that tomorrow at Media Day. You know, try to get some videos for you guys, some interviews and whatnot tomorrow. Same time. We're gonna come on here live again. I'm gonna do day 2 recap, Media Day recap. And I will be taking more notes as well. I got plenty of notepads. I got plenty of room in this book. I got plenty of room in this one. I got another one for bag up. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot to do, but I'm here for it. That's what we're here for, right? And I'm here to give y'all all the information. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel and share it to your people, man. I got my nice credential right here. I like the ones they had 2 years ago. These were kind of, they all right. But the ones they had 2 years ago was elite. Elite. I keep them as souvenirs. But it's your boy JB, man. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Live. Don't miss it. Another recap show, Media Day. Is all going down. So with all that being said, y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all soon.